The moment I removed my helmet before the alien queen, she wasn't ready for the truth. The hum of static filled my helmet as I stepped into the dimly lit chamber. The air was thick, not with dust or smoke, but with tension. Every breath I took echoed inside my helmet, loud and steady, like the ticking of a countdown I couldn't escape. They told me this mission was routine. You'll deliver the translation core, observe the Queen, report back. But the way my commanding officer had looked at me before I left, the brief hesitation in his voice, told me there was more. There always was. And now, as I stood in front of the Queen of Thal'Ra, the alien monarch whose face no human had seen and lived to describe, I knew this wasn't a diplomatic errand. This was a test. Her towering silhouette shifted in the dim blue light. The Queen's armor shimmered like liquid metal, reflecting the pulsating glow of the bioluminescent walls. She didn't move closer, but I could feel her eyes on me. "You are the human envoy," she said, her voice layered, soft, melodic, but echoing with an unnatural resonance that vibrated through my chest. "Remove your helmet. I wish to see the one who speaks for your kind." My throat tightened. No one removed their helmet in front of a Thal'Ra sovereign. The air in their chambers was toxic to us. Even our filtered suits barely kept us alive for more than a few hours. I'm not authorized to do that, Your Majesty," I said, keeping my voice calm. But she tilted her head, the faintest trace of curiosity flickering across her features. "Authorized," she repeated, almost tasting the word. "Are you a weapon or a being?" Her question hit harder than I expected. I'd been a soldier for 15 years. The line between man and machine had blurred long ago. Still, I didn't answer. She took one step closer, slow, deliberate, her eyes glowing faintly amber. "Remove it," she whispered again. "Let me see the truth behind the mask you wear." And that was the moment I realized she wasn't just talking about my helmet. Beginning. The mission beneath the surface. The Thal'Ra conflict had lasted for decades. The aliens had appeared out of deep space. Graceful, advanced, and terrifyingly efficient. Humanity's colonies burned, one by one. Then came the armistice. Uneasy, fragile, conditional. We were the messengers of peace, or so they said. But peace doesn't start with a handshake. It starts with someone putting their weapon down first. And neither side had done that. I had been chosen because of what they called empathy conditioning. Years of exposure to alien cultures, psychological training to read their nonverbal signals, to think beyond human instincts. But no one trained me for this, for standing before a queen who radiated both beauty and danger in equal measure. The translation core pulsed softly in my hand, a metallic sphere containing every known dialect between our two species. I placed it on the pedestal as ordered. It hummed to life, projecting faint waves of light that bridged the air between us. Her gaze followed it, then returned to me. "Your people built this, to understand us." "To bridge the gap," I replied. "Or to control it." Her words sliced through the silence. She wasn't wrong. The translation core wasn't just for communication, it was a surveillance tool, capable of mapping neural frequencies. A spy device disguised as a gift. And she knew. Middle, the Queen's test. The Queen circled me slowly. Her movements were fluid, her presence magnetic. I could feel her curiosity, not of hostility, but of something deeper. "I have seen thousands of humans die in this war," she said. "Each one believed they were right, that their truth was pure. But you hesitate." She stopped behind me. "Why?" I swallowed hard. "Because I don't know if we're right anymore." For the first time she was silent. The chamber seemed to hold its breath. Then she stepped in front of me again, closer than before. Her eyes glowed faintly through the mist. "Remove your helmet," she repeated. "If you do not, this conversation ends." My suit's warning light blinked red, the oxygen levels dropping, the air thick with Thal'Ra toxins. Removing the helmet would be suicide. But something in her voice, that strange mixture of command and sorrow, held me still. I reached up, my gloved fingers brushing the side locks. "Don't," my calm whispered, the voice of command buzzing faintly in my ear. "You remove that helmet, you're dead." But then another thought cut through the fear. Maybe that was the point. Maybe this wasn't about survival. Maybe it was about trust. With a deep breath, I turned off my comm link. The line went silent. Then, with one final exhale, I released the clamps. The hiss of pressurized air filled the chamber. I lifted the helmet off, and for the first time, the air of Thal'Ra touched my skin. It burned. Every breath was agony, like inhaling acid. But I didn't move. The Queen stared. Her amber eyes widened slightly, not in triumph but in disbelief. "You," she whispered almost to herself. "It's true." "What is?" I managed, struggling to breathe. Her hand, clawed, elegant, trembling, lifted slightly. "Your kind was not born of Earth alone." I blinked through the pain, confused. "What are you talking about?" She took another step closer. "You carry what we lost eons ago, the breath of Elith, the origin flame. We thought it gone forever." Her voice trembled now, and for the first time I saw it, fear. Not of me, but of what I represented. "You're saying humans and Thal'Ra were once one," she finished softly. "Before the stars scattered us. Before memory became myth." Middle continued. "The truth revealed." The Queen reached out, and though I wanted to step back, I couldn't. Her hand rested gently on my cheek. Her skin was cool, almost electric. In that instant I saw it, visions flooding through my mind. Ancient cities floating in silver skies. Humans and Thal'Ra walking together under twin suns. Shared laughter, shared pain, shared creation. A civilization that existed before either species had names for themselves. And then destruction, or division. A rift in the cosmos that tore our ancestors apart. One half took to the stars, their forms evolving into the luminous Thal'Ra. The other stranded on a dying world, Earth. The humans. I gasped, collapsing to one knee, the visions fading as quickly as they came. She knelt beside me. "You see now why I needed to know," she whispered. "Why I needed to see your face." Could barely speak. "You mean, all this time we've been killing ourselves," she finished. Silence stretched between us. Not the silence of enemies, but of grief too vast for words. The turning point. Alarms blared suddenly in my ear. The communication line reactivated. "Lieutenant Eric, report. Are you alive?" I ignored it. "Eric, we're initiating strike protocol. The Queen's chamber is our target. Evacuate now." My blood froze. The humans were going to bomb this place, right now. The Queen's gaze hardened. She had heard it too, through the faint hum of the translation core. "So that is why you came," she said bitterly. "Not to talk. To finish what you started." "No," I shouted, stepping forward. "That's not me. They're acting on their own." She drew her energy blade, the walls pulsing with her rage. "You deceived me. Listen to me." I yelled over the rising sirens. "If I wanted you dead, I'd have never removed the helmet."